That was the greatest comeback, if not the greatest game in NBA history, dude. 29 points in the finals. Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Cat, all, bro. I was watching this game and I text my grandpa during the game sometimes because he likes basketball. He played basketball in college and everything. And he texted me during the game. He said, how can one team be so good and so terrible at different times in the game? And that's the story of this game, man. The Spurs, they came out of the gate on fire. There was like 12-2. The Knicks were on a little run, but the Spurs were just hitting every single three, and the Knicks just couldn't do anything about it. And I mean, yeah, it was domination. Wemby was getting to the basket. That's the biggest thing that changed. Wemby was, 1 for 10 at one point in the fourth quarter? They're not going to win like that. You're not going to win with your best player going 1 for 10 in the fourth quarter. And the Knicks are just better. This is the best game the Spurs have played. They played better this game than they did last game. Last game, I think it was a lot of officiating, and a lot of people are going to complain about the officiating this game too, with that flagrant on Wemby, but I think this is just the greatest game in NBA history. I'm kind of at a loss for words because no one's ever, not just me, no one's ever seen that before. Especially in Madison Square Garden after, a 30-year drought. And I just think that Josh Hart miss, I thought this was almost the greatest game ever. But this is the greatest game ever. This game will be remembered for 30 years. But one thing we need to talk about in this game is Wemby, man. Wembanyama's a great player, but he's truly just too emotional. I said this after Game 3, even though they won Game 3. When he's doing good, he's doing amazing. He's the best player in the world. No one can do better than Wemby at his best. But once a couple things go wrong, he goes 1 for 10. He doesn't shoot the ball. He doesn't even try as hard on defense. Now, he's always going to be amazing on defense, but he doesn't put in the same level of effort. And honestly, I used to think Wemby was going to be the GOAT for sure. I just don't know anymore. But let's get back to the people who really won this game. OG Anunoby was the star of this game. He had, 32? Something around. No, he had like 33. But OG Anunoby is possibly a top 20, 30 player in basketball. OG Anunoby is playing amazing. This is the greatest game I've ever seen, and OG Anunoby is the greatest player in the greatest game. So, but the Knicks are they're just better. And we're going to go to Game 5 in San Antonio. I could see the Knicks winning it there. I could see it going to 6. There's no way they're losing to Madison Square Garden again. This is going to be one of the best finals runs of all time. But Jalen Brunson winning as a small guard against the 7'5" guy has proven a lot of stuff wrong. And it's also kind of proven, like, we've already known, like, the big three era is kind of dead. Even though they do kind of have a big three, but the 3 stars era, or the star-heavy teams is dead. This proves that even more. This team is, Jalen Brunson's amazing, but he's not, we didn't come into the season like, oh yeah, Jalen Brunson's a top 5 player. So, I think this will be the greatest, I don't know what I was just saying right there. I think this will change team building, honestly. Teams are going to have to go in on like a 3-year window. There's not going to be a Cavs-Warriors dynasty anymore. The Cavs traded all their picks. They spent all their money on this 3-year window. And they're capitalizing on it. But overall, that was the greatest game I've ever seen. Greatest comeback of all time. And I think it's over. I don't see the Spurs winning 4 or 3 in a row. I just don't see how it happens. But hey, go Knicks, man. Can't wait for next year when the Pacers are in the same position, but I'll see you.